Hey, what's up everybody? Tim Springer. Hey, look, I just want to send you a quick video about this really cool article I read actually from Success Magazine. It's about a gentleman named BJ Fogg, and he's a behavioral specialist. And excuse me, I gotta look down, make sure I get everything right here. Has his PhD, has worked at the Persuasive Technology Lab at Stanford University for several years now, and talks a lot about just obviously behavior, human behavior, and how we can be more productive, how we can be more influential, things like that. And the article is actually about something called tiny habits, which I thought was brilliant. I've actually started implementing it in what I'm doing, along with excuse me, my goals and daily actions from Mission 31, and that's why I'm sending this to you, so hopefully you can implement as well. But he talks about tiny habits, and basically this, if I can wrap it up in a nutshell. You got to find trigger points to create those tiny habits. So, for example, and this is a weird one that he used, and I guess he only did it at home, not in public restrooms, but every time he used the restroom, he did 5 push-ups. Okay? And so what it did is it triggered him to do push-ups several times throughout the day, and it increased his push-ups as time went on. But the other thing it did is he started small with a very small number, because sometimes what happens with our goals, we set these big goals, which is great, we should, but it gets so big that sometimes we get inundated with action because of how big it is and we think about that so much. But the truth of the matter is, we should actually start small, and 5 was easy for him to think about, so they're trying to knock out 20 or 30 at a time. So what I want you to do is I want you to look at these habits that we've talked about, and I want you to find you some tiny habits to go within them, right? Or the actions that you need to take, and how can you create them into a tiny habit. Remember, there's a trigger. So if I do this, I do this. Example, I just came back from actually a quick run. I want to run more. I get kind of lazy and slow down at the computer. I'm there for a long time, I guess because I'm such an active person. But what my goal now is I set 45-minute blocks of work. Every time I knock out 45 minutes a block, I run around the block one time, and I'm actually clocking myself to see if I'm getting faster. It's awesome. Today's actually day 1 of me doing that. That's why I'm giving it to you now. But I love it. I feel better. I feel like I'm already more productive, and then I'm starting to work towards these goals that we talked about. So give it a try. I'd love for you to leave a comment under the blog so we can find out other people's habits, maybe learn from each other. And if you haven't noticed, this is a different setting, isn't it, if you're watching this on the blog. We've been doing it on the Spartan blog. I wanted to move it over to the CoachSpringer.com blog because it's about me. It's about my personal journey, and some of it influences Spartan, but this is my personal journey. And I know when you look around, it's not completely done. We've got to touch up a few more things. That should be done by the end of the weekend. But this is the new spot for Mission 31. Take care. God bless.